Hi there everyone, Jack here from the Vinyl Voyage. I hope you're all doing well. So, Christmas is now over. It's time to move forward into the new year. That's what I've been trying to do over the last couple of days. I've went to view two collections. It's certainly been a tale of two collections. The first one full of post-punk, 80s indie, electro, punk, absolutely fantastic collection. I went to view it, but to cut a long story short, the lady who was selling and myself, we couldn't agree on a price. I think she had been looking at the prices of records and what they were going for on eBay, and her head had been turned a little. I offered her a really good price, but unfortunately for me, she just wasn't having it. So I struck out on that one. She had an absolutely fantastic collection of suicide records. So fingers crossed, if she said to me, if she doesn't sell them on eBay or she finds it difficult on eBay, she'll come back to me. So you never know. We'll wait and see what happens on that one. On the second collection I went to view, a young lad who was selling his collection. I say a young lad, a lad in his early 30s. But it was a small collection that he had, but as the saying goes, size doesn't always matter. Good things can come in small packages, and I definitely think this was the case with this collection. So without further ado, I'll show you what it was I picked up. So first up then was the White Stripes, the live album, 9 Miles from the White City. So overall, I'm not a massive fan of live albums. I like them from time to time, but I've never heard this before. I believe it was recorded in 2003, released in 2013. It was Vault 16 on Third Man Records releases. So have a look at the back of it, and I like a lot of the songs that are on this album, a lot of the well-known White Stripes songs. There's a couple of Robert Johnson covers on here as well. So I think I'll give it a listen and see what I think. But yeah, it looks interesting. Like a lot of the Third Man releases, it came with a load of accoutrements. I got those as well. So this here is 7-inch single, Little Acorns on one side, and I Want to Be the Boy to Warm Your Mother's Heart on the other side. So that looks pretty cool. That's on snazzy red vinyl. And what I like even more is it came with this little booklet. If you can see that, I think this is really cool. So this is a load of photographs from the Elephant Sessions. It's quite a cool picture. So I'll probably have a listen to the record a bit later and have a little flick through the booklet. Yeah, so that was the first one that I got. Next up, I got the Icicle Works from 1984. This is on Beggar's Banquet Records. So Icicle Works, if you don't know them, they were a early 80s indie band fronted by Ian McNabb from Liverpool. So they're kind of a little bit jangly, a little bit poppy. But yeah, I really like the Icicle Works. Love Is a Wonderful Colour's a great song on there. This was their debut album. So I picked that up. Not an expensive record, but a goodie. Another band from Liverpool, the Teardrop Explodes with Kilimanjaro. So this is their debut as well from, I think it was 1980. Massive fan of Julian Cope and the Teardrop Explodes. I think this is a great album. I've got it on CD already. It's got a different cover. This isn't the original cover. This is a reissue on Mercury. But a lot of songs off of this were released as singles. So it's got Treason, Reward, Bouncing Babies, Books. I think Echo and the Bunnymen did that as well. But yeah, really, really great kind of neo-psych album. Anything Julian Cope, I'm always happy to have a listen. So I got this first European press of Nirvana live in New York with MTV. This is on, let's see, nice white vinyl. It's a really, really nice pressing, to be honest. Really quiet, which is perfect, obviously for an acoustic album. But like I said earlier, I'm not a massive fan of live albums, but I really make an exception for this. I think Nirvana did a great job with this album. I think their choice of songs was absolutely perfect. You know, Where Did You Sleep Last Night? I love that by Leadbelly. I love Leadbelly's as well. Man Who Sold the World by Bowie. Jesus Wants Me for a Sunbeam, and their own songs as well was a great choice. And I think the acoustic sound really suited Nirvana as well. If I'm being honest, this is probably my favourite of all Nirvana's releases. Really like that, so yeah, I was really happy to pick that up. Picked up a couple that I wasn't familiar with. I gave a couple of songs from this album a listen on YouTube. This is The Weeks. The album's called Dear Bo Jackson. I've got it upside down. I think it's a fantastic looking cover with this mosquito. So yeah, I listened to a couple of songs on YouTube. They sounded a little bit like early Kings of Leon from the youth and young manhood kind of period. That kind of Southern American Leonard Skinner sound, I suppose. But yeah, only listened to them a little bit, but it sounded quite interesting. So I'm looking forward to listening to them a little bit more. I think they're kind of, is it like 2013 kind of time? Roughly about that kind of time that they were about. Then another one that I'm not familiar with, Ezra Furman. This is called Perpetual Motion People. I've never heard of Ezra Furman at all, so it's on Bella Union Records. I'll give it a listen, see how it sounds. I think this is a limited edition on blue vinyl. But yeah, don't know anything about that, so something new for us to listen to. Next up then, White Stripes Elephant. This is a US first press on V2 Records. So yeah, really happy to add that to the collection. I really like the White Stripes, and obviously this was their I suppose their most commercial album with Seven Nation Army on there. So, and I like as well, It's True That We Love One Another by Holly Golightly at the end. That's a really cool song as well. So yeah, really glad to get this. So when I bought the collection, and I was looking through the guy's little collection, he said he had a couple of weirder records, and I've kind of saved the best ones till last. I was really excited to pick this up. If you can read that, Dan Lessac versus Screwblaze Pip in the album's Angles. So this is UK hip hop and very lo-fi UK hip hop. So supposedly half of it was recorded in Dan Lessac's bedroom. He does all the beats, and Screwblaze Pip does the vocals, and I think a lot of it was recorded in his friend's shed supposedly. But he's almost like a slam poet as much as he is a rapper. But this is a really fantastic album. Some of the great songs on here. The opener's really good, The Beat That My Heart Skipped. But the big song, even if you don't like rap or hip hop, you've got to give this a listen. Thou Shalt Always Kill. It's a really great track with lots and lots of references to UK pop culture and US pop culture, but it really goes through all your kind of cult rock stars. They're all name checked in it. I think Brian Wilson, the Smiths, the Pixies, you name it, they mention them in this song. So give that a listen. Thou Shalt Always Kill. It's really cool song. Even if you don't like hip hop, I'm sure you would like it, just for the fact that it name checks loads of the greats from rock and roll. But I was so happy to pick this up. Have a wee look in it. Oh, it's just I thought it was a gatefold. It's a unipack. So yeah, and the other one, probably the one that I was most excited about, the jewel in the crown, so to speak, was this one, Tom Waits' Bone Machine. This is a UK first press from 1992. So big Tom Waits fan, really like Tom Waits. This album especially I really enjoy. It's very bluesy. It's got a very strong percussive feel to it. The drum beats, the percussion's all right to the fore, along with Tom's voice. It's very bluesy album, obviously with given the Tom Waits treatment. But some of the really cool songs on this, Jesus Gonna Be Here is really good. All Stripped Down is like it says on the tin, it is like a stripped down track with pretty much percussion and Tom Waits, a bit of bass in the background. That one's really catchy. I Don't Want to Grow Up and Murder in the Red Barn as well is really cool. So I was so happy to get a hold of this album. Keith Richards plays on it as well, and Les Claypool from Primus. So there's a few guests on this one. But yeah, great album, and really happy to add it to my collection. So yeah, it feels like a good start to the new year. Unfortunate that I struck out in that first collection, but this little one should keep me going for a little bit. I got some other stuff as well off of that chap, some synth pop and different little bits and pieces that I didn't already have, and I'll give a bit of a listen. So yeah, all in all, a good first week in 2024. So yeah, just wanted to share those with you. If you like my video, please give it a like. If you want to watch some more, subscribe, and comment if you've got any comments. I'm always happy to have a read and see what other people have got to say about some of these albums. Give me your opinions, whether you like them or don't like them, or any of that kind of thing. So, yeah, thank you very much, and see you later.